You want to do a quick Would You weather and start the news?
Sure.
All right, because, the hell. Would you want to come in and do the weather real quick? We would appreciate it. A lot of people like this feature. And we've never really had a weather forecaster before.
Boy, am I having a terrible day. Someone just invented a Would-Ye doll. You wind it up and it steals your girlfriend's adopted Chinese daughter.
Man, I guess that's really upsetting, huh, Would-Ye?
I'll say, I'm not making a dime off of this. I need a new agent. Jackie, what's Rory Rosegarden's phone number?
Boy, that was inside. Do the weather.
It's going to be a very nice day.
Rory, Jackie's manager, Rory, working away. Wonder who wrote that one. All right. Manager.
Well, at least you get a couple of people listening because Jackie calls. Hey, better tune in. I'll use your name in a bit.
Yeah, hey, Rory. Man, I don't have to pay you.
Red wrote that one. God
Guess
damn
what?
You can too.
No, you didn't. All right. We need to fess up. All right, Robin, let's do the news. People are waiting for that. They like to hear what's going on.
You know how you go to some place like SeaWorld and you think, nice family outing, we'll all be safe, we'll have a good time, and nothing will go wrong, and then we can go home?
Somebody around here has to be Superman.
But it doesn't seem to be that way anymore. In Aurora, Ohio, many of those who crowded into the grandstand for the water ski show at first wondered if they were seeing a part of a stunt. Then they heard screams and saw blood.
I hate SeaWorld.
A red sea boat that was supposed to splash the audience hit a guardrail on Saturday and soared into the capacity crowd of 4,000.
Isn't SeaWorld the one right near Disneyland?
Well, they have them all over, but there's one at Disney World.
Is this the one?
No, this was the one in Ohio.
Oh, in
so
Ohio.
So the speedboat went up into the audience.
Wow.
Now, at air shows, you think, well, maybe I'll get hit by a plane because they do fly over the crowd. But the speedboat's supposed to be in the water. We're safe back here.
Do they have videotape of it?
I don't know.
You can just picture that'll end up on Bob Saget's show. And they'll put those dopey voices.
Home video.
Hey, look, Bob, wait, the boat's coming out. Oh,
20 people were injured, some of them critically.
SeaWorld. The C is for crash. SeaWorld. I hate those places, man. I hate that. And I hate doing stuff with kids, you get suckered in because it's the kid stuff. Sitting there watching fish. Dude, I want to eat fish. I don't want to sit and watch them do tricks.
You don't want to see whales flop into the water?
No. Goddamn whales. Shamu, big whale that just wants to be out in the wild.
I know, with his dorsal fin all tucked down because he's sick of being in that stupid pool.
Jump through a hula hoop, that's nice.
They're all sick.
Oh, yes, they love us. Look at how they love their trainers. Well, you got fish in your hand.
Yeah. You starve them and you hold a fish, they're going to love you.
Of course he's going to jump through
It's just sad and pathetic, and I hate SeaWorld. I hate circus clowns and SeaWorld. And lawyers. And the French. And Rosie O'Donnell and Kathy Lee. F. Kathy Lee.
And it was the Baywatch water ski show that this all happened in.
That's good. The Baywatch water ski show.
So there you have it.
Cool.
Accident at SeaWorld.
Dig it.
Also in the news, did you hear...
Maybe they'll close it down now.
Did you hear about the gorilla that saved the little boy's life?
No.
Yes.
How'd that happen?
This little boy, I forget how old he was, but he was, I think... 3, and he sort of climbed over a fence. It was one of those habitat things they have for the gorillas.
Right.
And he climbed over a fence and then fell several feet.
Jesus.
Knocking himself unconscious. And there were a bunch of male gorillas running around in this area. And they were very worried, of course, that the male gorillas, being frightened, would have gone over and gotten very hostile.
Right.
But this female gorilla who just had a baby, her baby's about 17 months old, she ran down when she saw the kid fall, picked him up.
And raped him.
No.
Raped him with a spoon.
No, it's not a human, this is a gorilla. So she picked him up and took him safely to a door. so that he could be rescued by some of the park officials.
I like this. And it can go the other way, too. It's so funny when the kid falls in and then the gorillas all eat him and stuff and beat him to death.
But that's what they're saying, that they don't know why this gorilla in particular felt compassion and ran over and saved the kid and took him to a door, knowing that it's a human kid, doesn't belong in here with us.
It's a stupid gorilla. Gorilla's supposed to beat the crap out of it. You know what I mean?
So she was not doing a gorilla thing.
Yeah.
Her gorilla quotient is off.
I was 6 years old. I fell into a lion cage, and the lion is still scared.
But anyway, I thought that was interesting, that a gorilla would protect a human child.
Yeah.
And take it to safety.
I'd like to have that gorilla at my house to watch my 3-year-old.
They said this gorilla...
We can't get any humans to get her in line.
...had made news before. She had been brought to this zoo because they wanted to try to mate her with another gorilla, and that gorilla, who was like 39 at the time or something, had never sired any other gorillas, and she broke his streak.
Right.
She got pregnant by him, and a few months later he died. So he was on his last legs when he did that. And they produced a child together.
Cool.
So the gorilla was a big attraction at the zoo the other day, wherever it was. I forget even what state it is. But anyway, they had a big birthday party for President Clinton yesterday.
Yeah, and I read about this. What is this? Was it a fundraiser of some sort?
Yes, he raised $10 million.
Because Ross Perot was on TV last night screaming about it.
He raised $10 million by having a number of parties, actually. There was the big celebration at Radio City Music Hall, and then apparently he was running around at different private parties, I suppose, much of the evening, and he's going to leave New York sometime in midday today, and they said look for some Clinton lock in the city as he makes his way to the airport and off back to Washington.
Clinton lock. That's the one thing I hate when these guys come to town, man. It's so bogus.
So anyway, let's tune into a little bit of the festivities.
So he was partying Saturday night like me.
His actual birthday is today. No, his party was last night.
Oh, I went to Scores.
I don't think he did.
After I left, Ralph went to an after-hours club and played blackjack. I want to do that.
An after-hours?
Yeah, like one of those illegal blackjack operators.
And they gamble with real money and everything?
Yeah. Wow. And you don't even think you're going to get paid at the end because some guy just takes the money out of his pocket and pays you.
Huh.
Yeah, we're going to go over there.
You want to live on the wild side, huh?
No, I just want to play blackjack.
Well, that's living on the wild side when a guy's standing there, with money in his pocket in a roll, and you don't know whether he's going to pay you or not.
Yeah, you're not going to screw with me. I know the governor.
Oh, yeah, right.
All right, where's this Bill Clinton?
The governor's not going to screw with you once he finds out what you're up to.
Yeah.
Here's Whoopi Goldberg doing a few jokes for the president.
Okay.
She was the host of the evening.
You're saying host because they thought she was a guy?
Oh, stop.
Oh. You're not the only guy known by the one that is.
What?
Oh.
I don't know what she's saying. Do you?
Oh.
You're probably luckier.
You?
I don't know what she said.
I
think
weird? She's carrying on about somebody being known by one initial and saying, oh, there's a couple of other guys known like that, too. But that's, Whoopi and her humor.
Where was the mic? In her private parts? I mean, this is 1996. Why can't we get a mic?
That's what I'm wondering. Why couldn't we hear her?
Yeah.
And then, of course, they had a bunch of different people singing, including everybody from Tony Bennett to Bon Jovi. We have a couple of examples. Here's Shania Twain.
What is she, the country girl? That Playboy Playmate-looking country girl?
Yeah.
Yeah. Who cares what she sings? Bet you Clinton had a big boner. Where was the mic? In her private parts? She's that country girl gets up and she looks like a Playboy Playmate. And she's all full of herself. Because not only is she good looking, she can sort of sing. Real.
Well, that
country crap.
Yodeling.
And she married the guy who produced Def Leppard, Mutt Lange or something.
Yeah, and he produced her record.
Yeah.
And then here's, of course, Stevie Wonder. His gig is now running around singing this song. He just sang it for the Olympics, and now here he is singing it for President Clinton.
Car 3 again, still broken. Car 2. Let's see. Yeah. Maybe it's not queued up right.
One more time.
You think Stevie Wonder knew who he was singing it for?
I think the guy who made this card has Stevie Wonder's problem.
Yeah. I don't think there's much on here, Robin.
Really?
Oh, wait. Here, wait. I got it. Happy birthday. It's all the white people clapping. All happy. What happened to Stevie Wonder? He used to be so cool. Now he's singing for people.
This is what happens to all big stars. I think eventually they fall into a little niche, and this is his. He sings happy birthday to everybody.
Yeah. I wonder if he'd come over to my house and sing it to my kids.
That's his gig now. So anyway, President Clinton was addressing different people. I think he made some kind of a statement at the Radio City Music Hall celebration, and he was interrupted by hecklers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I love when guys are interrupted by hecklers.
Here he is.
A lot of times some of you will come up to me somewhere around the country when something's not going so well, and you ask me, how am I doing? And I've tried to develop the discipline of saying,
Homo says what?
okay. We hear you.
It's like Jackie at one of his
You want to
appearances.
hear them anymore? Okay, we've heard your message now. Thank you very much.
What are they yelling? Faggot? Or shame?
What are you...
I don't know.
Shame.
Douchebag says
They're
what?
protesting the fact that he signed the welfare reform bill.
Oh,
But
sorry.
It's very interesting. They paid real good money for those seats. There were about 10 or 12 protesters, and someone reported that they were in $500 seats. So what do they need welfare for?
I like that trumpet thing they were blowing.
Don't you think you'd turn around and give that money to people if you had so much money to blow on something as stupid as that?
I'll tell you, everybody I know, man, people who work in gas stations on up are really thrilled about that welfare reform. They're sick and tired of working real hard and paying people for life. I mean, at some point, when is enough enough?
Yeah,
Okay.
There should be an end to it, shouldn't there?
We all understand when people are down on their luck and they need a handout so they can get on their feet. But Jesus Christ, you start paying people for, for the rest of their lives and these children that they're having and encouraging them to have kids. Thank God. Everyone should have just jumped on top of those people and beat them over the head with their trumpets and suffocated them. They want 2 years free money. And then
They seem to have money. They pay $500 a ticket for charity or benefit seats.
A lot of times some of you will come up to me somewhere around the country when something's not going so well, and you ask me, how am I doing? And I've tried to develop the discipline of saying,
I think he's in SeaWorld.
Yeah, that's
okay.
Yeah.
We hear you. You want to hear them anymore?
It's like that Star Trek with the whales.
Okay, we've heard your message.
I love him, man. He doesn't even get uptight. It's like, okay, man.
He's very cool. He's the president. He can't bother me.
Let's heckle Robin during the news.
You got to get that noisemaker.
Yeah.
Oh, goodness, President Clinton also was
Yeah.
a little nostalgic during his address for his 50th birthday.
Yeah.
He remembered people who aren't here to celebrate with him.
There are a lot of people I miss. And I'm sorry they had to leave this earth before I did. But,
a lot of hot chicks he must be talking about.
all that's left ahead. Because we got to live out our dreams. And most of us here, truth were known, would have to say we've done better than we deserve. And I'd like for every child in this country and every child in this world to be able to say that more than they can say it now when our time here is done.
He was thinking about his mother, who is no longer with us, and the
Thank God.
the slain Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin.
I think he's a better president since his mother left.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he's concentrating more on us than on his mom.
And the Reform Party nominated its candidate for president.
The Reform Party.
Surprise, surprise, it was Ross Perot.
He seems goofier than ever. I watched him for an hour on Larry King. I don't know who was goofier. Larry King now has dyed his hair a color that is not human.
Really?
He had gray hair for a while. Now it is harsh brown. It's a deep brown, and he's let it grow out, and it's like this big ring of brown around this 90-year-old face.
Well, I'll have to go check that out.
Yeah, and it looks
I hadn't seen that he has a new hair color.
It's like burnt. What's that color? Burnt sienna. Yeah. You know what I mean? It's like it's a strange crayon they use on his head. They melt it right into the hair. It's like, dude, you're gonna be on TV every night. Get your hair colored by a professional. It's ass rim brown. God damn! Look at that. What a mess. And Ross Perot seems wackier than ever as he talks, and because the guy was being taken seriously. I was even taking him seriously, and then all of a sudden he quit. He's back.
Ago, yes.
Yeah, I mean, now he's back again.
Well, now he has a party, and they had some kind of convention going on, and he was being challenged for the presidential nomination by this former governor. But after the ballots had been counted, they had a little trouble figuring out whose ballot to count over the weekend. They finally figured out that Ross Perot was the winner. He is their nominee, and he gave a speech. He says that he wants to make sure the opportunities he's had in America are there for others.
Surely you will agree that I have literally lived the American dream.
Why, you're still married and you're still with the same chick.
That is the American dream.
Oh, okay. I don't see you getting babes. That's the American dream, douchebag.
The American dream is to stay with the same woman.
Oh.
I want to make sure that some other kid who's a nobody from nowhere has that same opportunity.
Yeah.
He also told his party followers that he doesn't sugarcoat the news for them.
Now, do you get this kind of blunt, straight talk from the other political parties?
No.
Would you rather hear this kind of talk from me, or do you want me to get tears in my eyes, lean into the audience, and say, I feel your pain?
Yeah. And then he says he doesn't criticize the other candidates, but he does.
Well, I think he doesn't say, says he doesn't get into name calling. He simply attacks them for what they do.
He finally got away. He got away from those charts. Remember, he always had to explain everything with a chart. But finally, somebody got a hold of him and said, "Listen, enough with the fakakta charts. Just explain it."
Joke.
Yeah.
He also has applied for federal matching funds this time around, which means he can only spend $50,000 of his own money on his campaign.
That's okay with me.
You'll see the kind of campaign he mounted before when he was using all of his own money.
And maybe every kid in America someday can grow up to look like an alien, just like him. My favorite Martian with a bankroll.
But you got to figure some of this presidential stuff is a scam. Do we really need a president? In Russia, Boris Yeltsin is running that country.
And he's loaded.
And he's seriously ill, they say.
They say he's so drunk.
Yeah.
He's like at a permanent rap party.
He is just out of it. He's supposed to be sick. They're supposed to have him on medication, but instead they say he's drinking rather than taking his medication. Here's a guy who could hardly show up to be installed in office.
Right.
Because he's so out of it. And they elected him, and he's running the country.
They're going to be communist again. They just don't get how to be free. My theory is he's been dead since 1993, that's not even Boris Yeltsin.
Well, he hardly campaigned. They couldn't even find him on the campaign trail.
Right.
It's a very interesting country over there.
Weekend at Boris's. I'm making a movie.
You know, a family on Long Island that thought they were going to be celebrating a happy weekend because of the marriage of one of their daughters had the day end in tragedy when a younger son, after the celebration, killed his wife, himself, and also his father.
Wow. So the guy was they were at a wedding.
They were at a wedding. This is the Coleman family, Robert Coleman Jr.
So he was just a guest?
22 years old.
Right.
He got into an argument with his 21-year-old wife, Kim.
At the wedding?
At the wedding.
Yeah.
So he left without her. He went home.
Right.
She stayed at the wedding. Later that evening, his father and mother brought Kim back to their little apartment.
Right.
And he was
to
in
work
the
things
apartment. Out? No, well, they were just bringing the daughter-in-law home.
I see, yeah.
And the father, I guess, walked her to the door, and old Robert Jr. was sitting in there with a gun pointed at it, and so as soon as the door opened, he just opened fire.
Right.
Killing both of them, and then after that, he turned the gun on himself. Mom, who was in the car, heard the shots and ran in to have somebody call the police.
She ran in? Gee, I would have ran the other way.
Not into his house.
Yeah,
she
right.
ran into somebody else's
Smart.
house.
Yeah.
She kind of figured what was going on. Everybody says that the young man was a gun enthusiast, and they were quite frankly shocked when he got married because this was the first girlfriend he'd ever had. He was always much more interested in guns than people. They even said that they had hoped that his marriage would take his mind off guns.
Yeah.
But it didn't seem to work
So,
out that way.
in other words, he managed to use his hobby and this new relationship together. He melded the two.
Well, when you consider that this was the bonding thing he had with his father, he and his father used to talk and collect guns together. That was the thing that kept them together. The father was a gun enthusiast and he was a hunter.
Yeah, that's good.
He turned his son onto guns.
Yeah.
And, that's how his father met his end.
Isn't that great? Like all the things you could expose your kid to, you expose them to guns. Like you could probably teach him a whole bunch of cool stuff.
Yeah. But that's apparently all he talked about, all he was interested in, all he read about.
It's like John Popper from Blues Traveler.
Yeah.
He's not even into the girls. He's into guns.
So there you have it. Sad day at their wedding.
Yeah, the bride wore hunter green for her gun enthusiast husband. Yeah, if your guy's a gun enthusiast, you might want to think things through a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, who marries these people? Now all the neighbors, somebody should have grabbed that woman and said, there's something seriously wrong with the guy you're trying to marry. Don't tell the newspaper after he's already killed everybody.
I hear you. Let me take a break, Rob. We'll finish up the news in a few minutes.
More to come when the Howard Stern Show returns in a moment. 97.1 The Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show. Here's Howard.
Hey Larry, screw you.
Larry.
What?
Yeah, what's going on?
I said screw you, man.
Why screw me?
Yeah, what do you care what time I get off the radio? I'm contracted to do 6 to 10 in the morning.
Hey, Hal, I understand that. I understand you just got finished movie. Maybe this week I can understand that. But next week, you got to give us more time, brother.
No, I'm not going to 11 o'clock anymore. I'm tired, man. No, yeah, I mean...
there were a lot of people asking me now that you were finished the movie, do you think he'll still be getting 10?
Yes, I will still be getting off at 10. I don't even know why I used to go to 11 o'clock. I'm stupid, that's why.
Well...
I have no life. I walk around like a zombie all day.
Hey, Hal, believe me.
4 hours of this crap is enough.
Hey, Hal.
What?
You know what you do?
Oh, please, don't tell me what to do. Okay, Larry?
Are you done with him?
We have the best time in the commercial breaks. We sit and talk about the rap party and who annoyed us the most. Like, which people are so annoying. It was just so good. There was evidently some guy. There was some guy there who was, like, related to somebody who annoyed... We realized... Robin...
He gets the prize.
Yeah, Robin walked in and talked about how annoying this guy was, and then Jackie knew who he was, and I knew who he was.
He won the prize of most annoying person at the party.
And he never worked a day on the movie.
No.
That was unbelievable. He just annoyed us. He didn't work on the movie even remotely. He was there as a friend of somebody.
Yeah.
That was scary.
I should have brought some friends to protect me.
Yeah, we should have brought friends.
We came alone, unguarded.
Stupid. All right, Robin, go ahead and wrap the news.
Well, there's a problem here. We need to speak to Steven Tyler.
Of Aerosmith?
Steven Tyler of Aerosmith, please call in.
Why?
There are reports this week in one of the major magazines, I think it's Newsweek, that says he may have relapsed. You realize that he had a terrible drug problem back in the 80s, but he says he's gotten himself off heroin and all other drugs, and he's been sober.
It's really hard to...
For several years.
It's hard.
However, there are now reports that he may be back on drugs. Newsweek says that it has a copy of a letter Aerosmith members wrote Tyler in June, threatening to break up the band and urging Tyler to get counseling.
Yeah, the guy's a rock star. He's not a nuclear physicist.
It's his job to do drugs.
It's his job to do drugs.
But this is his bandmates, Howard. It's not like the magazine is saying he has to do this.
No.
It's the other guys in Aerosmith now,
you know what?
intervening.
I tell you what, guys, then break up, okay? Let's see what you do on your own. You'll go back to being nobodies again.
Remember when you were
up
before?
Why don't you just help Steven out, okay? And don't start writing letters to each other. What do you guys?
Magazines get a hold of them.
I told Steven not to trust those other guys in the band. I told him they were too old.
Tyler says he's not back on drugs. He told Newsweek he's been clean for nearly 10 years and as sober as he'll ever be.
Right.
Which is not an absolute sobriety declaration, I don't think.
It means the guy's a man. He knows he can take a few drinks and not go overboard. You understand?
No, I don't.
A guy can take a couple of drinks with some friends, some casual drinking. Everyone assumes you got
schnapps,
a beer and some scotch, something. Jägermeister. But all fun has to stop just because you had a problem back 20 years ago? It's history.
I don't know.
Enjoy life. Drinking makes everything fun.
Drink a beer, eat a clam.
Hey, Mitch, want to drink with me? Okay. That's what I had to hear.
My buddy.
What else, Robin?
They shut down the Cannabis Buyers Club in San Francisco. And that's left an incredible void in a number of people's lives who depend on marijuana to relieve the symptoms of medical problems. The Metropolitan Community Church over the weekend stepped into the void on Sunday, handing out free marijuana. Where were you, Jack?
Yeah!
After services to its medical users. Among them was this woman, Betty Jones.
I'll never understand our drug laws.
It's medicine for us because I don't eat. I cannot eat without something stimulating my appetite, and this stimulates my appetite. I was at 67 pounds at one time until I started using the medical marijuana.
And now she's 300.
She's the size of Jackie now.
What will we do?
So anyway, yeah, there's people who use marijuana for medical purposes. Why can't they get marijuana?
It's so stupid. They can get any other drug. Can't they get this?
It's silly.
Yeah.
Macy's department store in New York held its annual Tap-O-Mania on Sunday.
Yeah, I went to that.
A new record with 6,654 pairs of feet tapping all together. Here is what it sounded like.
It's like a big mess. It sounds like one person. Sounds like they didn't mic it very well. Look at all the weird crap people get into.
Well, there were all kinds of these contests over the weekend.
Really?
Even at Yankee Stadium, they think they made it into the record books because they had the largest number of people all doing the Macarena at the same time. Here is a Yankee announcer, I think his name is John Sterling.
That's right.
Macarena night.
Great.
Yeah.
I hate the Macarena. I want to be the only person in the world who hasn't done the Macarena. Or strangle people who do that.
It's not official yet, but I would think that we did break the record here at Yankee Stadium.
It kills me that my daughters all know the Macarena and how to do it. I so wanted them to be like me.
Nope, you raised them in the wrong place.
Yeah, they actually enjoy that.
New York now has the record, and that's the Macarena record. And they're still...
Hey, Macarena.
Yeah,
Those
they
guys...
don't want to stop. They're at a baseball game. They don't want to see the baseball game. They want to continue to do the Macarena.
Nitwits all want to dance the Macarena. Only in New York. I'm telling you. I've talked to other people in other places. They don't even know what the Macarena
they did
is.
the same thing in Los Angeles.
Really?
At Dodger Stadium.
Well, I could see that. They have a big, Spanish population.
This is not going on in the rest of the country. It hasn't swept the country.
No. It's been contained like a bad virus.
Macarena here at Yankee Stadium, and I got to believe there's 50,000 people at the stadium tonight.
Right.
It was recorded. Now we just understand that the Yankees did break the record.
The Yankees broke the record for the most Macarena-ing. Macarena.
What's that got to do with baseball?
I don't know.
What's it got to do with anything? Macarena.
Remember we had that guy in Ohio, I think it was, who had the people honking as they drove by in the morning and his neighbors were complaining?
Yeah, the retarded kid who stands out on the road.
Yes, well, there's a similar situation going in Totowa, New Jersey, where a 79-year-old man comes out and sits in a lawn chair on the curb of his community, starting at about 7 o'clock in the morning, and he waves to passers-by and they honk at him. So now all of his neighbors are up in arms, and they want some kind of a law passed to make this guy stop doing it, because he sits out there all day long.
Yeah.
And he says until somebody comes with a hook, he's not going anywhere.
What do you do when you have a neighbor like that?
I don't know.
It's like you're just trying to live your life. No, you got this.
You think you're in a nice community, and you're...
Yeah. You got a guy who wants to be famous for having people honk at him.
He waited till 79. If that's all you have to do... Don't you think it's time to go?
Maybe he's a Polish hitchhiker, and he forgot to stick out his thumb. And he's been there for 30 years, just waiting for a ride.
Today was the day they were supposed to...
You know, the police can stop that kind of behavior, and they really should, because you think about it. Think it through for a second. If you got a neighbor who's just causing
But then you're
commotion.
going to get into trouble for,
I know.
taking in a 79-year-old man and
I
he
know.
refuses to stop.
But it ruins your life. You just want to sit in your house and have some peace and quiet. The next thing you'll know, you'll see like guys dressed up in pirate uniforms outside all our tunnels, and everybody looking to be famous. Everyone wants to be famous.
You're really right, Howard. Because on my block, like 4 houses down, I guess it was some woman. She was 100 years old.
Yeah.
So they bought this big banner. And it said it's like Mabel's 100th birthday, honk to help her celebrate. And for like 3 days, it sucked.
Yeah, I know. And it's like, come on. I'm just trying. We got a kid who's sleeping. You don't want him woken up. Just give me a break, goddammit. Give me a friggin' break. Everyone wants to be famous. God.
Did you hear about that woman, the latest woman that Jack Kevorkian assisted with her suicide?
Yeah, she's healthier than me.
No.
That was the one who was
Yeah,
tired?
right.
That was the one who got sleepy?
Yeah. She had the chronic fatigue is what I read earlier, but they were also saying she had some kind of long-term muscle fibromyalgia or something like that. That caused her painful muscles over several years, and, of course, compounded by chronic fatigue and immune deficiency syndrome.
She should have smoked some pot and done the Macarena.
When they were looking through her background, it turned out, because they all said, yes, the husband was there when she committed suicide.
Of course, he had to know when to start officially dating.
But they also found that in their past there was an assault charge against the husband for having done something to her. And now Jack Kevorkian is saying if he had known that, he might have reconsidered helping in this case, but of course it's a little too late.
I know I got into a fight with my wife on Friday. I called in Kevorkian. The guy wouldn't come. I said, I'm telling you, man, she's got muscle fatigue. The woman just lays there. Hasn't eaten a meal in 20 years, doctor. Yeah.
Kevorkian claims that the woman did know what she was doing and that her decision wasn't related to the assault charge.
I tried calling Kevorkian. His line was busy. Too many husbands calling. Very popular. Yeah. Very popular.
I told you we better watch that guy. He doesn't know who he's putting out of their misery and what kind of misery he's relieving them from.
Hello, Dr. Kevorkian.
Well, who's actually miserable?
Well, Dr. Kevorkian, my wife hasn't moved in a long time. Hey, Gary, can you ask the movie people to give back my megaphone? I think I've lent it to them long enough. I could get it back now.
Oh, it's probably in California.
Yeah, can we please get that back? Anyway, what else? Anything wrong?
Finally this morning, best-selling author Joe McGinnis, who apparently had taken some money to have a front-row seat at the O.J. Simpson trial. He was supposed to write a book after observing the entire proceedings.
Mm-hmm.
He had taken some money from Crown Books, but I guess he sent it back. He sent a letter to his publisher saying that the prosecution, it was just a farce. The entire thing was a farce, and he can't get a book out of this whole thing. The prosecution's incompetent, Judge Lance Ito's total loss of control over the proceedings, the ludicrous witnesses, and that nauseating group of cretins who made up the jury just don't have they're not a good basis for a story.
So is the book company pissed?
I don't know whether they're pissed or not. He just said, I'm sorry, I don't even have any more to do with this.
Imagine the company hires O.J. to kill this guy because they're all angry. I would love to kill him for you.
So that's
O.J.
one O.J. book we won't see.
Imagine you could hire O.J. as your hitman. He's so damn good at it. I will not wear my Bruno Maglia shoes this time.
This time I will not spill any blood.
Right. I was an amateur.
What a nightmare that was.
And, one other story. Mr. T is feeling better. They say that he's in remission now. He was diagnosed with some kind of lymphoma.
Mr. C.
Earlier this year. It's been a very difficult illness for him to go through.
Amazing.
He says that he's not giving interviews right now. This has been very debilitating for him, but he's feeling much better.
Unlike Morton Downey, who worked his illness into a major career comeback.
I don't really believe that Morton Downey was sick for a second.
What is it?
Mr. T will probably be in here live within the next month. He didn't want to call in because he thought it was too serious a subject to just do, quickly on the phone. He wanted to be here in person.
Well, I'll tell you something. We've had a nice, long-standing relationship with Mr. T. So.
Well, what is going on with TV people? Everybody's getting cancer. That Robert Urich, they're now saying he had a series he was working on.
It's from being around all this equipment.
Canceled production because he's so ill.
All I know is Morton Downey Jr.'s in the decathlon, so you tell me what's going on. But anyway, we look forward to talking to Mr. T. He's actually a really nice guy.
He is a nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, one other thing. Kathy Lee Gifford told Good Housekeeping magazine that she and her husband like to have sex at around noon.
Hey, now.
Because at night they
Frank has
devote
to take
their
a nap.
time to the family activities. You know, they have the kids and dinner and the baths and the prayers and all that.
Anybody buying any of
But
this?
in the afternoon, they hit their New York apartment and do it.
So don't they have to run home to be with those children?
Not at noon.
Not at noon.
It's almost like living in sin, she says, after lunch at a nice restaurant. She always has to have a meal.
Yeah. Just something to vomit on Frank with.
We can go and have a little honeymoon. It's so decadent.
Frank, it's noon. My ass is greased. I'm ready.
When people are in their offices, we're in our apartment. Yes, hanging from the chandelier.
Yeah, well, good luck.
And Kevin Costner's movie Tin Cup was #1 at the box.
F. Kevin Costner.
I don't care. Do you think I care?
All right, let's say goodnight. And Jackie Sergeant Pecker, nonstop filthy jokes, 78 wild minutes, $12, $4 shipping and handling. CD or cassette, buy two, get one free. Call 1-800-323-KING for Jackie. For dirty jokes and more Sergeant Pecker info, visit Jokeland on the web at JackieJokeman.com. Here's a few commercial words and then the close of the show.
97.1 The Eagle. We're back with the Howard Stern Show.
And now the most important part of the show, the plug.
It will be King Norris Unplugged at the Long Island Brewing Company Saturday, August 24th in Jericho, Long Island. You might want to see Steve the Gorilla Grillo hosting a hot tub party at Fantasies in Keyport, New Jersey, Thursday night, August 22nd. And if you're planning a wedding or a party and you need a DJ, just call Scott the Engineers Rock and Entertainment at 718-TAG-5040.